Today's video is a special video. It's a video that we're going to talk about, or during the video, we're going to talk about a special day that's coming up in a few days that's called Thanksgiving. Have you heard of this day before? Yeah, it's a day that happens once a year it's definitely after Halloween passes. Halloween comes and then Thanksgiving comes. But some families don't always do anything on that day or celebrate that day. If you don't, that's okay. Maybe it's just a regular day that you don't really do anything for. Some families do big things for Thanksgiving. Because of the way things are going right now in our world with the sick that's going on, Thanksgiving is a little different this year. If the sick wasn't going on, then maybe, or the virus, maybe you've heard of that word, the virus. If that wasn't happening and a lot of people weren't getting sick, then number one, we would be in our school. But number two, everybody would be celebrating with family. It would just be like any other time. But because that's happening, because there's a virus and because people are getting sick, the only way to be safe is to stay home or not to go and be with a lot of people. So Thanksgiving is a day that you might all see a lot of your family. And maybe you only see the family who you live with. It can be different for everybody. I know in my family, I see a lot of people, but this time it's just gonna be a little bit, and that's okay. It's still a great day. It's a Thanksgiving, a day to be thankful. Now, thankful, what does that mean? Well, you know the word thank you means, thank you. When someone gives you something, when someone helps you, when someone is nice to you or kind to you, you would say thank you. When you're thankful, it means your heart is so happy, you're full of all the thank yous. And Thanksgiving is a day we just like to celebrate that. You know, something that people eat on Thanksgiving, you might know what it is. It's turkey. And maybe your family doesn't have turkey. Maybe they have ham or pizza or chicken or something, salad. Maybe it's part of the whole Thanksgiving meal. Whatever you do, it's your family's choice. But it is still a day to say thank you. So I have a story. It's called 5 Little Thank Yous. I'm going to read it. You're going to hear my voice and show you the book. And then I'm going to tell you what we're doing for art. Okay, let's get started. Thank you for this sweet, warm home, blessed with family all my own. Thank you for this food we share, made with tender love and care. Thank you for the friends I know, who made me laugh and helped me grow. Thank you for the love that shines with hugs and kisses all the time. But most of all, I'm thankful to be the one and only special me. Happy Thanksgiving! Did you like that story? I liked it. And do you see? What do you think this could be? The front of the book. If you said a hand, you're right. It does kind of look like a hand. But it's a turkey. See his head? And then all of these are the feathers and his body. Turkeys usually are brown. I'll put a picture in right here. This turkey, do you see how many feathers it has? Its tail has so many feathers, and its body's feathers are different colors, but not as bright as the ones we picked. And he has a blue face and a long neck with a little red piece on it. I'm not quite sure what it's called. This turkey, he's got much more of a darker red neck, and his face isn't as blue as the other one, but his body, you can still see the feathers on the top and bottom, and on the way to his tail, he's got a pattern on them, like a striped pattern. So cool. So you see their bodies are brown, and they have feathers. They're not always super colorful like this, but they have color on them. But your job today is to make one of these, to make a hand turkey. And I'm going to show you how you're going to do it. You ready? Okay, first we're going to start off with a piece of paper big enough for your hand. My hand is kind of big. Just a piece of paper big enough for your hand. And then we're going to get some paint and add some colors. Ready? Here we go. There they are. All the colors we needed. So let's see, what do we got? Brown, blue, red, green, and orange. I got my paint brushes because I'm going to use each brush for each color. I'm going to put the paint right on my hand. Okay, now I got all the paint on my hand and I'm ready to press. Press! I push down on my fingers just to make sure the paint gets all on the paper. I had to add a little more paint to my hand because it was starting to dry. And, oh wow! The feather colors came out, but his body colors started to go away. So I'm going to add a little more paint just to fill it in so you can see his body. And that might happen to you, and that's okay. You can use whatever you want to fill it in. Maybe you want to add different colors to his body. Well, we got his feathers on, and we'll come back to him later. We'll let him dry. But let's try another way to make a turkey. Okay, now you're going to take your hand. I'm going to put my hand, and I'm going to trace around it. Take my pencil and go all the way around each finger. You have to get each finger because each finger are the feathers of the turkey. Almost done. Done. Now you can see how my hand looks. And it's funny because the thumb looks like a face with the nose. Time to cut. Now that I've cut out my whole hand, I'm ready to color in the feathers. I'm going to start with some markers to color the feathers. Just enough marker color to the top. When you decide on how you want to make your feathers, you could use markers, you could use crayons, and you could make them any color you'd want them to be. You could even add actual feathers from the store maybe and glue them on. This time I think I'm going to take some of that paint I had from before, and I'm going to put paint for his last feather right on the top. See? I thought maybe paint might be nice to add to it, even if it's not coming from my finger. And then I'll paint his head. Oop, I think I need some more paint on the brush. Let me add some. There you go. Paint in the head. So his head's all colored in, and now I'm going to take it and just paint all around the body. Okay, I filled it in with some marker, and now I'm going to take my Sharpie marker and give him an eyeball, because turkeys need to see, and a smile. And I think I'll add some, try the beginnings of some legs, but I'll get back to him later with more pieces. Alright, here's my hand turkey. I waited for it to dry and I added a few things. Filled in his body. I still have his feathers. And I added the words, Happy Thanksgiving. And on the side I wrote, I'm thankful for my family. And I put my name on the bottom, Miss Sarah. I gave my turkey some eyes and feet there too. And then the next turkey, here he is, the handprint one, or hand cut. So you saw how I colored him and added the paint. I gave him the little red piece on his neck that turkeys have, and some feet too. And on the stick I wrote, Happy Thanksgiving. You can do whatever you want with your turkeys. These are just ideas that I decided to do. But I can't wait to see what you guys do. How did it go? Oh, I love that. I love making hand turkeys. If you used the paint on your hands, how did that feel? A lot of times I've heard friends say it's squishy or cold and it tickles when I put the paint on. And when you press it down, all the colors come right on the paper. But if you chose not to put paint and you used scissors, or your family's helped you cut your hand, or you colored it, that's awesome too. That's why I gave you two different ways to try it. And I hope that you tried it. You could even write what you're thankful for, something you would say thank you for. You could write it down, or maybe mom or dad or brother, sister, someone in your family could write on the back of your turkey hand to say something that you are thankful for. And if you do, I would love, love, love for you to send a video or picture to Class Dojo so that I can see it. Okay, friends, that's the end of the video. I'll see you next time. Bye.